Hi guys, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today what we're doing is we're doing just the face of this house. The fella here had a bad roof. He put a new roof on it, and the dirt and all the cement and everything been pouring down this for 20 years. So what we're doing is we're doing another acrylic drive it over an acrylic drive it that we did about 20 years ago. Anyhow, Tim's spreading and I'm right behind him. I'm the float man. We're doing these molds and we're going under here. I'm using a brush, guys. As Tim spreads it, I take my brush, go here, and then I float everything. What we do is we take the existing material, we float it to the new stuff, just like this, and we are working amongst wasps, bees, birds, you name it. He's got all kinds of issues here. So Tim is spreading, and what I do is I float everything and brush everything in, and it is my job also to pull the tape. Like say, once we're done with an area, this acrylic sticks to everything. So when you have an acrylic that sticks to everything, it takes a lot of work to tape everything. Earlier I had a bird fly out right here. I'm hoping I didn't scare the mother away permanently. But anyway, we pull the tape off, drop it out of our way. I'd rather have a bird than some of the wasp nests that are all over the place. And take that, take this one, pull that off. And what I do, guys, is Tim's spreading, we pulled the downspout off. I dip my float in water. This is an acrylic maintenance-free membrane. After about 20 years, they say it loses some of its waterproof resistances, but they do last a long time ago. It's been at least 20 years since we've done this. What we're doing here is we had to get up top, but we had a ladder up here. I don't want to show you guys a bunch of weird stuff. Somebody might try to copy what we do. Anyway, Tim's going to spread the rest of this out. I'm going to float right behind him. We're going to tear this scaffold down, and Jay is going to be right with us also. He's going to help us spread. You see how that goes? One guy spreading, another guy floating. Usually for this we have two guys spreading, so Jay's just down there temporary to get the video and show you folks how we do this. And color coats, guys, is one of the most difficult things in the plastering industry. So any of you guys watching say, well, man, I can do that. You might be able to do it, but it does take about 20 years to learn, 10 years to learn how to spread these acrylics. And like I was telling the fellow who emailed me, he says, hey man, I'll work for you for free if I could work a few days with you and you show me how to do this, that way I can do my house. It doesn't work that way. I've had guys that work with me for a year and still can't spread this particular material. So I told that fella something similar. I said, man, I'd love to take you on at that offer to work for free, but you really got to have hands-on for at least 5 years. And then this right here, it just takes years of practice because we're spreading out a gluey, sticky substance. And if you don't have 5-10 years of tools, you're never going to get this, guys. So anyhow, we're going to finish this off, and when we get to the bottom, we'll show you the completion. Okay, guys. We forgot all about that. We were actually showing you folks how to do stuff. We're standing here working, talking about a whole bunch of useless trivia stuff that don't amount to nothing. Tim's love life. Anyway, Jay's going to pull off the plastic, and I'm floating all this stuff. We're doing a few different things here, guys. We're always multitasking. Oh, okay, we get that off. Tim spreading, Jay spreading, taking the time out to go ahead and pull the molds too. And stuff like this is tricky. You gotta have water on it. Okay. Acrylic finishes are one of the toughest finishes a company can do. So Anyhow, let's see. We've got joints. Fortunately, it's not too hot right now, but what we had earlier was we had a wall that was in the hot sun for about 9 hours. We got here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was already an 85-degree day, so this wall had the sun on it for about 10 hours, which made it a very hot wall. So we're struggling, working, trying to get it done. Can we do it? Absolutely. This is what we do for a living, and we do have to adjust to the weather all the time. Okay, we're getting there. I'm floating here. When we get done, we'll show you the whole wall as we generally do. And the molds here, they're kind of tricky because they're radiuses.
You want to scoop him?
But nothing we can't handle.
Thank you.
Okay guys, we'll show you the completion of the wall. And again, basically what we've done is we've taken a dry fit, maintenance-free acrylic finish and put another one over it, because the last time we did this was about 20 years. This particular float here, so I just put it on the ground and kick the handle right off. Gets in between areas such as around that water pipe. You always have to improvise when you're in this particular trade of doing different things. Anyway, that's the completion of it. It come out real sweet. The owner's happy, everybody's happy. We're getting ready to go home. It's been a 10-hour day for us. Jay and I thank you folks for watching, and as usual, hope you learned something, and we'll see you guys on the next one.